Welcome to hell. One of my all-time favorite movies is motherfucking Mad Max. You had that one character, Lord Humongous. He was like the ruler of the afterworld. I'm staking my claim now. You motherfuckers are gonna work for me. 12:22. I came on at 12:21. 12:21 is the reflection point. More important than 12:22 is 12:21. That's normally your winter solstice where everything fucking dies. We're all gonna die. Hi, Asili. Y'all should know anything. Time out. If y'all know anything about me, is I really don't give a fuck about shit. I really don't. I care about everything, but I don't give a fuck about shit. I don't. I don't attach to things too easily. With all this election bullshit going on, the level of anxiety, the level of depression, the level of uncertainty, fuck all that shit. Real talk. Because if you was worrying about you and if you was taking care of your own personal business, then all this bullshit going on around you won't have so much effect. It really won't. Yeah, we live here. Yeah, the laws, affect us and all this other shit. But if you take care of you, there's less shit that you need from others. That's in everything in life. The more you take care of yourself, the less you need from others. So this reading is a satirical thing based off of where we're at right now. So I'm going to get back into character. So now, what I was saying. Hey, Monique. Let me get my eyes right, though. Side note. I want to have sex with this mask on. I think that'd be fucking fun. I would really want to have sex with this mask on in the dark. All right, real talk. Let me get back into the thing. My personal experience, my professional assessment of what's going on in this realm is ever since we got towards the thinning of the veil, your traditional Halloween, Samhain, ancestral rise, whatever you want to call it. Let's just say from 1028 till actually yesterday. From 1028 getting towards the Halloween point is pretty much what I call Judgment Day for this year. 2020 is a special year. It really is. 2020 was what a lot of spirits was telling themselves, and a lot of humans. I've been telling you this for the past few weeks. A lot of humans put themselves in the point of giving themselves judgment, meaning I'm ready to let go of a lot of shit. So realistically for me, I've experienced a lot of things that put themselves in a judgment cycle. After the judgment comes the rapture. If you don't understand it, think about it. If you go in front of judgment and you now have not met enough requirements to, let's just say with the Mayat theory, if you went and weighed your heart against a feather and now your heart is still too heavy, you get raptured. You get recycled. You get reincarnated. You get whatever fucking comes after. So prior to 11/3, everything them days before was the judgment. You trying to figure out what your status is in your own mind. You trying to figure out what your status is in this realm. From yesterday all the way up until 11/7, this is me forecasting. From yesterday, 11/3, all the way up to 11/7 is your rapture phase. This is now I have to see what's going on with my energy. Some of us are going through a rapture because we didn't own our own destiny, and then other people are going to, we'll still call it a rapture, but it ain't a rapture. It's a revelation. You're going through the revelation that, holy shit, these some crazy motherfuckers around me. I might want to get my mask because I might have to go back into fucking 11/8 through 11/13 apocalyptic times. 11/8 through 11/13 might bring you some apocalyptic energy to where shit is really going fucking crazy. And I'm not trying to say you're going to be out here shooting your neighbor and all this other shit, but you might see where motherfuckers really are crazy and I might need to be better protective of myself. That does not mean be better protective of out here walking around with an open carry. If that's what you do that shit. But I'm saying more selective in your protective of who you giving your energy to. Sunala. I'll always make you smile. How you doing, mommy? Congratulations to your newborn too. So again, I'm gonna throw three cards before I start this reading. One is gonna be what judgment brought, and that is to me your thinning of the veil, where spirits put themselves in position to do pass and review. They were asking themselves if they're ready to let go of this level of experience. A lot of us humans were doing the same thing. Remember, I told you I had my now and later moment. I went through a nostalgic period within my own energetic process. And then from yesterday all the way up to 11/7 is going to be our rapture period, where motherfuckers are pretty much paying the price. And then the third one will be what the apocalypse might bring. And then from that point, I'm going to get a little bit satirical, and I'm going to ask each sign, or at least throw information for each zodiac sign on what you might want to do to prepare yourself for your own personal apocalypse. So the first card, and I'll shuffle, will be, I already got a card that's in reverse. What the fuck? I have to own it. This card was in reverse. Judgment. I have to own it. And this is the source card. If I went through judgment, I'm trying to hold on to less. Scarcity. I don't want to own all the shit I've been through. That's how, if you want to do your traditional Ma'at theory, you have only pure experiences that don't weigh you down, but yet you went through life cycles that weighed you down. Then you have to learn transmutation. You have to learn to let go of a lot of shit. Unfortunately, me personally, I'm telling you to let go of all of it, because you can't be light of a feather if you're holding on to anything, even the good shit, because even the good shit will weigh you down. Even the good shit will weigh you down. It ain't just the bad experiences that make you heavy. If you hold on to too much airy experiences that kind of like give you ecstatic level of joy, that kind of makes you delusional. If you have too much peace in your life and you don't understand where other people don't have peace, it makes you delusional. You kind of get privilege. Then you need a white mask. Oops. You might already be wearing one. Why? Because you're so disconnected from the plight of others that you don't see where they don't have nothing because you got too much. So now your judgment is already off. Oops. So judgment brought about you trying to figure out the levels of scarcity. What am I holding on to, or what do I need to get more of? Remember, in a basic analogy of the mind, if I have too many traumas, I try and counter my traumas with joy. If I got too many bad memories, I now only want to make good memories. That's still basing your existence off of what was perceived to be bad, and now you're only trying to counter it with something that will be good. But what's good might not be good, it's just better than what was bad. That's a contrarian cycle. We're not going to fuck with that. If you're out here and you're trying to find judgment, you should only judge you. Scarcity. Only judge you, because the only thing you can judge is you. Who are you? You're the creator. You birthed all of your experiences, good and bad. Why? Because you're the one that ended up in them. Kind of like that meme I put up earlier about Michael Myers. A lot of motherfuckers can come to a house and Michael Myers is already standing outside, like with his knife and shit, like, come on in, I'm gonna kill you. Some of you dumb motherfuckers will go in the house and try and find a safe room when you was already safe outside. Hi, United States of America. And it ain't about, oh, well, you need to get out of the country. No, it's about, I need to get back into me and stop letting this fuckboy ass country run my energy so much. You can live here and not have to survive here. And it ain't even about finances. It's about your state of your mind. If you need less from others, there's less shit they can take from you. Let your life tell your tale, though. So you out here in the system of judgment, you're judging the things that showed you less, but you don't own your energy as the creator, so you ain't gonna see enough. If you don't own yourself as source, all your judgments are illusions. Sorry. So the second card is basically where we're at now. We're in the rapture. We actually sat and chose between pedophiles. We really did. You're choosing between pedophiles on who's going to rule you. And even if they wasn't pedophiles, let's be fair. Even if they wasn't pedophiles, traditionally, government only governs for its benefit, not for the benefit of the people. And if you think something different, use a fool. If your government was so good, there would not be a need to elect officials because there would be nothing to fix. Oh, well, they made my neighborhood look better last year. Yes, but did they fix all the problems in the neighborhood? No, because the people, then okay. If your answer is no, the people need to come together, what the fuck you electing the government for? Dumb motherfuckers. You'll have the answer, but because what you want to be the solution has to be the solution, it's you. It's you. When you get to the point to where you start rationalizing your own pain and your own trauma, you fucked. And then you get a Lord humongous like me. Because I'll govern your ass, but it's going to cost you. Real talk. So, what might the rapture be showing us right now? The rapture might be showing us the fact that we won't stop the pain cycle, but we just trying to find a way to be in less pain. Somebody who's going to love me more, as I have not learned to love myself enough. What's the rapture going to show you? Holy shit. Holy fucking shit. I should end this fucking live right now. I should end the fucking live right now because the rapture ain't going to show you shit. Because the first thing where you fucked up was you didn't see yourself. Remember I told you, if you don't see yourself, everything else you're looking at is a fucking illusion. The rapture is going to show you nothing because you still ain't looking at reality. You're looking at, holy shit, this country finna get worse. We going to elect Trump back in office again, or Biden in office again, or my dog ate my homework. It don't matter. What are you doing to fix you? If you had judged your experience better, then you wouldn't be experiencing shit that you need to judge. Don't strike that shit, Your Honor. Don't. They ain't ready. But don't strike it. You ain't gonna see shit. The only thing you need to see is you. The only thing you need to see is you because you're the one creating it. But until you take responsibility for what's been created, you'll always keep asking what's been created to be better for you. Stop creating it. Why? Because then you're going to get into apocalypse. See, the rapture ain't really apocalypse. The rapture is, holy shit, I'm moving into a position of harm. The apocalypse is the harm. The apocalypse is, holy shit, we finna tear this whole motherfucker down. We gonna tear it down. An apocalypse on some levels ain't really a bad thing because it is a reset. So let's see. I'm gonna call it apocalypse, but it's authentically a reset. What will the reset be? What will the reset bring? And again, the reset for me energetically, I'm projecting 11/8 to 11/13. November 8th through November 13th might be some heavy energy days. What might we be seeing? Holy shit. You better embrace yourself. But if you out here trying to figure out who you are based off of everything else going on around you, it could get screwy. See, if you want to look at this, again, the analogy I'm using of Mad Max, Lord Humongous, he got around a bunch of other like-minded individuals and then they took over the whole fucking planet. Or they took over the wastelands. Let's do it like that. I'm trying to get with people who think like me. In this sense of the apocalypse, you're going to try and find like-minded people so that you feel safe. But remember, you won't have to do that if you're safe within yourself. If you already see yourself in plentifulness, then the authentic reflection should show. But if I'm just trying to find the motherfuckers that's going to be safe to embrace, I might not have embraced me first. So the way that you can offset this fucking upcoming apocalypse is you need to start embracing you in everything that you do. How does this politics affect me? On some level, but not on enough levels for me to fucking lose my peace. You understand that? The law gonna always be the law, but what does the law do for me? Nothing. So what am I gonna do for the law? Nothing. What am I gonna do for me? Every fucking thing. And by doing everything for me, that's gonna kind of reduce the amount that I expect from the fucking law. If you don't understand it, try it. See, that's the problem. You've been taught that you can't do anything different, so you keep expecting more from the same. Definition of insanity. Hit Dog says what? Oops. So, you already out here in the struggle. Why? Because my thoughts has already told me how I should move. How should I move? Find your tribe. Nope. I'm going to be my wholeness, and then my tribe, I have to find me. Why? Because I'm not moving. I'm not going to move. And in the fact that I'm starting to honor stillness, I'll start seeing everything that's moving around me. And I'll get to pick and choose which ones are my true reflections. Instead of going into experiences with motherfuckers that you thought might have a piece of your piece in there. And then when they don't have a piece of your piece, now you're going back into the rapture because your ass had bad judgment. Wasn't nothing there. Want to know why wasn't nothing there? Because you didn't see yourself and you was looking for yourself in others. How can you stop looking for yourself in others? Know who the fuck you are. Know who you are and you ain't got to worry about looking for shit in nobody else. Everything becomes a choice. So now, let's just say in the rapture, no, in the apocalypse, you need to get out here and you need to find your tribe. Energetically, from the standpoint of the zodiac, you need to get out here and you need to get around like-minded energy because we might be out here, straight up barter system shit. You need to understand that you're going to need to get around people who can serve the greater good of what you're going to have to go on. So right off the, you see this meme recently where it said you need a high priestess, an oracle, a magician, a healer, and all this other stuff. No, motherfucker, you need a sex partner, you need a cook, you need a carpenter, you need somebody who's trained in survival skills, and you need a nurturer. Let's just say that. We ain't gonna say healer, a nurturer, somebody who has medical training, but who also is skilled at putting you back at peace. One thing as a war veteran myself, if you don't have a fallback system of somebody you can talk to, somebody you can decompress with, you fucked. Real talk. And any of my fellow veterans, you can probably attest to that shit. That's how you end up with PTSD. When you got traumas going on through your activities and you don't have anybody to talk to about it, you end up making that shit your traumas. You end up holding on to that shit. And then you become a ticking time bomb. If things get to apocalyptic level, you're going to need to find the people. Notice the first thing I said was sex. That's optional for you. For me, yeah, I got to have it. But just because you're having sex with somebody don't mean that you want to talk to them. So that's why I said you need to have somebody you're going to have, for sexual gratification, but you also need to have a nurturer, somebody you can decompress with. So I'm going to go sign for sign because we're going to hit the apocalypse between 11/8 and 11/13. You might want to go ahead and start getting ready for Civil War type shit. So Aries, and we are war. Aries, what might I want to prepare for? My fellow Aries, what might we want to prepare for during the apocalypse? Aimlessness. We just going to destroy everything. I'm just going to tell you straight up right now. We not thinking about shit. For Aries, this makes sense to me. Aries, if you look at me, is where it's saying who's the coldest sign and all this other shit. Sometimes you include an Aries in there because that was work for us. As long as I don't stay attached to nothing, I don't mind killing you. Let me not say killing you. As long as I don't stay attached to something, I don't mind doing you. Sorry. I almost got into character a little bit too deep there. So aimlessness. Just don't think about nothing you're doing. Aries, during the apocalypse, don't think about it. Just do it. That's how you get to Lord Humongous level. That's how you get to be fucking delicious like this. You just don't care about shit. I think I told you that at the beginning. I don't care about shit. I love everything. But I don't care about shit. So, Aries, during the apocalypse, 11/8 through 11/13, wander around aimlessly. Slay it all. Just take it all. Aimless. Don't fucking have no thought process to nothing. Figure that shit out later. Take it all now, sort it out later. Basically play God. Kill them all now, let God sort them out later. That's a fucking military statement. Kill them all and let God sort them out later. Fucking hooah. All this shit. So, be aimless, Aries. Taurus, what might you want to watch out for during this fucking apocalypse? Don't be out here trying to fucking communicate with your reflections. It's too late now. It's too late, Taurus. I'm sorry. Remember I told you if you had embraced you first, then you wouldn't need to go through a fucking apocalypse. But now that you want to try, well, maybe I should have embraced myself. Now you want to try and communicate with people who you think going to serve you. It can be helpful, but this is going to still be a struggle mentality. Because you're going to only end up communicating with people who you think are going to be on your level. But I'm going to tell you straight up right now, Taurus, you can't trust them. During the apocalypse, Taurus, you can't trust nobody. Why? Because you sat around and didn't prepare. Now you're going to get around people who probably did prepare or didn't prepare as well. They're going to want what you got. Taurus, you can't trust nobody. You understand? You can't trust nobody, Taurus. Why? Because you didn't trust yourself. It's a reflection. Because you didn't trust yourself, don't trust nobody else. That's realistically, that's going to make you good for a supply shop. My advice to a Taurus, military speaking, would be to hoard a bunch of material and sell it. You're going to be a barter point. Because you don't trust people, then you'll need to use people for what you want by giving them what they need. So a Taurus might be a good shopkeep. A Taurus might be a good marketplace person where you got all the supplies and we got to come see you. Well, I'm going to go trade you, 12 heads for 6 guns or some shit like that. We talking apocalypse. I mean, get ready for it. I might want a thigh this week, so I might have to go, do some strange for some change. Whatever. So, Taurus, you need to be the first form of communication. Since you didn't communicate with yourself pre-stage apocalypse, you're going to have to use your oration skills and your mental mindset to make sure that you stay safe by being valuable to everybody else. Yeah, body parts. Now, getting over into Gemini. Oh, I can't wait to see this one. Gemini, what the apocalypse going to do for you, boo? Holy shit. You already split. Gemini, I love y'all, but you just going to sit there and cry. And that ain't going to help you. That's not going to help you. You're going to be like every fucking classic movie. Why? It's too late. It's too late. It's too late. Gemini, you're going to sit there and just say, this is wrong. I'm not going to take part. You'll fuck around and end up in the Taurus shop being sold to an Aries. Remember I told you I need a Gemini for sex. Sorry. So, Gemini, if you ain't gonna fucking pull yourself together, you're gonna fall further apart. See, 11, justification of already. I'm a Gemini, I'm already apart. Now the apocalypse gonna pull you further apart. You fucked. You can kiss the baby. Gemini, don't do it wrong. Don't get out here and see everything that's wrong and tell yourself that you're not gonna participate in it. You help create it. You help create it. You understand? To break that down a little bit deeper, we helped create this system that told us that we have to keep voting. So until you're ready to get rid of the system that tells you have to keep voting, you motherfuckers might as well vote. If you're not going to fix the broken system that you helped create it, you might as well keep on voting for the broken system that you helped create it. Oops. Yes. I'll give you the sex. So from Gemini, we go over to Cancer. Remember now, see, traditionally, Cancer is a calculated being that is going to try and use the environment for their betterment. Remember, we're in apocalypse. The environment is not safe. So if you try and use what's harmful to be safe, let's see how that work out for you, Cancer. Holy shit. If you try and use the environment that is not safe for what's going to help you, you might be my lieutenant. Cancer. You get that? Fear is going to be all you know. Now here is where it's going to make or break you. This is going to be a personal case-by-case basis with a Cancer. If you are good at processing fear, you can survive. Why? Because you know how to produce fear in others. If you a scary motherfucker, go to church. Because your fear is going to run your ass crazy. And then you might want to link up with a fucking Gemini and we can both sell your ass to the Taurus and I'll be the Aries coming to buy both of you. So, Cancer, you got 2 options with this. You can either become a ruler through fear or you become a meal with fear. Might need to baste you a few extra hours because, I don't know if you know anything about wild game. You can, if you don't cure the deer, if you don't baste it in beer a little bit too long, you could taste where the deer had fear. So Cancer, if you get captured, just ask them to put some extra beer on you. If you a scary motherfucker, just ask for some beer so that while they marinate you before we eat you, that you come out tasting fucking delicious. Let me hurry up because my battery trying to go low. So from Cancer, we go over to Leo. See, the Leos, they just needed attention. You don't want attention during apocalypse, Leo. You don't. You don't want attention. You don't want attention because you'll fuck around and end up being a sacrifice. You want to know why we won't look at you during? We gonna look at you always while we stirring your ass on the motherfucking stick. Get a rope and some barbecue sauce. You tasted good in life. I wonder how good you gonna taste in death. Side note. Leo pussy is delicious. Sorry. Okay, getting back into character. Leo, you out here making a sacrifice. But, again, Leos can be strong in some points. So you might be out here demanding a sacrifice. So I might end up working for you, to be honest. To be fair, as Lord Hugh Among Us, I might end up working for Leo because the Leo probably has all the resources that as long as I pay tribute, sacrifice a couple of humans to them, then they let me stay in control. You understand that? Basically your normal kingdom hierarchy. There's a queen on the throne, but then there's that fucking knight that rules it all. So it might be getting that kind of vibe, but traditionally a Leo who does not have security of self, you're going to be out here crying almost like a Gemini, and then you're going to be the first person to get sacrificed. So, Leo, get your shit together before you find yourself pulled apart deliciously. So, from Leo, we're going to go over into Virgo. Oh, Bambi, Bambi, Bambi. Bambi. Virgo, Bambi. Leo already told you, watch out, I'm about to be sacrificed. Virgo, who traditionally, deers in the headlight. I didn't see nothing. I don't see anything. Let's see, Virgo. You, Virgo, from what this card is feeling like, you're going to think this is just another lesson. You're going to think that this is just something else you got to go through. You ain't got to go through this. You don't have to go through this, Virgo. This is not just another fucking life lesson. This is a life ender. This ain't nothing that, I'm just going to reincarnate and come back and come through it, so I'm just going to go ahead and submit to it. No. You, Virgo, in a sense that you out here learning by what you moving through, if you had learned to move into you and not be moved by what's going around with you or going around you in general, then you wouldn't have to learn a lesson. And in learning a lesson, again, you're only going to reinstitute the cycle, which makes sense because Virgo can be a form of a goddess. If a Virgo only picks up the struggle as something that they must go through, then you've already given permission to this experience to restart again. So whereas by the time we got to the Leo energy, you Leos, we could have ended this fucking apocalypse by just saying, I need to make a sacrifice. I'm either going to sacrifice myself to myself or I'm going to sacrifice myself to this fucking struggle. What I can say about that is to also say that the Leo, just to go back a little bit, the Leo goes back to the energy of the sun. The sun gives life. If you sacrifice your energy to the apocalypse, then you give it life. If you take your energy from the apocalypse by saying, you know what, that's that fuck shit that y'all got going on, but it ain't about me. Not trying to be funny, like how so many black people felt like this is the most important election ever. Massa. That's how some of y'all was acting. This is the most important election ever. Why? What? Because you got two more pedophiles that's going to get in the office and do the same shit that the last 46 motherfucking presidents did, to include one of them that looked like us? What made this one more important? See, if you sacrificed yourself to the rhetoric, then you didn't have nothing invested for yourself. You just wanted change, but you forgot to be the change. So if you didn't sacrifice yourself to this bullshit, fucking miss me with this shit, Leo, then you only help give enough energy to restart the lesson under Virgo. So Virgo might keep the cycle of the apocalypse going because they thinking that they have to go through this. And if I got to go through it, I'm going to try and do it the best way. See, with this, and I'm apologizing up front. I'm apologizing up front to Virgo, but you about to be a hoe. I'm sorry, male and female alike, you about to be a hoe. Because if this is a lesson I got to go through, I'm going to put myself in the best position to survive. See, you might end up a sex slave. Give me two of y'all. Give me two. Female only, though. Sorry, I don't roll that way. Sorry, no disrespect. You can do whatever the fuck you want to do. You want something poking in you, that's all you, player, but not me. So, Virgo, you might be out here on the sex slave market. What came to my mind is, remember from Star Wars where Princess Leia was tied up to Jabba the Hutt, and she had on a little sexy bikini with the chain and the choker. You thought your ass was getting choked. Wait till the apocalypse when you walking around with a permanent choker on and a chain. Why? Because you want to. No, I need to learn a lesson. I'm going to teach you. I'm going to teach you. So Virgo going to sit out here and start a lesson. Once the lesson starts, who comes next? Libra. The lesson start, Libra says, well, now we must find balance in this experience. No, you're in an experience that you shouldn't have experienced if you had just experienced myself. See what happened here? Art imitates life. As above, so below. As within, so without. All that other good shit. Mammy. If you don't stop the lesson, you go through the lesson. How do you stop the lesson? Lessen yourself. Become more by lessening yourself in this fucking illusion. Stop paying attention to this fucking goddamn election that's a clear illusion and telling yourself that it's got so much in stake. I got so much in stake. It's going to change my world. It ain't going to change shit. It ain't going to change shit but make motherfuckers that are already sick, sicker, and people who are already ignorant, more ignorant. That's it. Libra, you want to try and balance. You want to try and balance this bullshit, though. Why, Libra? Because I want to get back to scarcity. You just want to star in something that already told you it ain't going to do nothing but show me less. What's the lesson? How to deal with apocalypse. How to deal with chaos. How do you deal with chaos? You create less chaos. You don't star in the chaos and try and transmute the chaos and go through the experience and feed chaos so much chaos that it can't be chaotic anymore. I'm a heal chaos. If you heal chaos, what does chaos become? Chaos. If you heal a man, what does a man become? A man. But y'all don't get that shit. You can't change things from its fucking core value into what you want it to be. This ain't fucking Disney World. You don't heal chaos. You just stop being chaotic by giving chaos your fucking energy. But y'all want to go through the experience and try and bring it into a point of balance by having less chaos. See, this pedophile right here is going to be better than the other pedophile, but what was the fucking common word? Pedophile. This old motherfucker who's disconnected from me is going to be better than this disconnected motherfucker. But what was the common word? Disconnect. This massa going to be better than me, better for me than this massa over here. What was the common word? Massa. At what point did you take manifest over your own goddamn destiny? At what point did you take charge of your own goddamn energy and be responsible for yourself so that you end up starring in less shit? 17, the star card. The only fucking show I'm starring in is me. I'm too busy being motherfucking delicious. Then I ain't got time for the bullshit going on around me because it ain't gonna affect me anyway. And if it does start to affect me, I'll become more effective for myself, not infected by others. But you motherfuckers think you know. So from Libra trying to balance all this bullshit, trying to find a way to find balance in the apocalypse. But to try and find balance in the apocalypse means that you got to become the apocalypse. But guess who's really going to be good for the fucking apocalypse? Who's good for the apocalypse? Missy? Missy? Who's good for the apocalypse? Say it for me. Happy belated birthday. Scorpio. Remember I tell you, Scorpio is the first god in the zodiac. Somewhat. Aries is God no matter fucking what. But Scorpio in thinking processes, because Aries, I own it. We can be aimless as shit. We just gonna destroy everything. You'll do what the fuck we say or you just die. That's just it. Scorpio is gonna try and find a way to make sense of this apocalypse by becoming the apocalypse itself. Holy shit. Guidance. So now since I'm in the apocalypse, I'm gonna be the Lord Humongous. So see, Scorpio, love, unique, and love, joy. You only gonna try and take You're only gonna try and take directions from the tower, meaning yourself. But you also gonna make sure that everybody else know that you are the ruling fire. So Scorpio, Monique, Scorpio too, all of y'all. During this apocalypse, you're going to try and assert your energy to the point to where you know that if a motherfucker need guidance, I'm the one they need to listen to. The trick with that is that if you ain't been guiding yourself authentically and 100% correct, meaning that you're paying more attention to your traumas than your wholeness, you ain't gonna do nothing but burn the same motherfuckers, whereas you burning yourself. Oops. You get it? Remember I told y'all the other day that half of you motherfucker healers out here, you ain't healing nobody because you ain't healed yourself. You can't offer healing to somebody that you won't fucking receive for yourself. You can't offer guidance for somebody that you won't fucking guide yourself through first. So you can't do it because you'll only guide them into further fucking apocalypse. The trick with that is, though, you made for this shit. Scorpio, death energy, you made for it. When you get to the point to where the shit hits the fan, you good. But you're going to be good for the apocalypse. Make sure you're good for yourself. If you're good for yourself, then you ain't never got to enter into the apocalypse. See, aforementioned statement about knowing that Michael Myers is at the door. If I know Michael Myers is at the door to the house, why am I going to the house to get away from Michael Myers? I've already seen that motherfucker before I got to the house. Game over. So Scorpio, don't go into the burning fire just because you can survive and then expect to guide others into safety. You was the first motherfucker that put you in harm. So from Scorpio, you go over into Sagittarius. Remember, Scorpio done already been into this energy that I can guide myself and others through this apocalypse. But a god needs worshipers. So guess who Scorpio sends out to find its worshipers? Sagittarius. Sagittarius is going to go through the apocalypse trying to find the same people who need to be a part of its fucking tribe. Holy shit, you see how that came back around? Remember I told you, you're going to be trying to find your tribe? Scorpio, the primary god in apocalypse, the scorpion king or queen, is going to send out its emissary. It's going to send out Sagittarius to go find the people that look like him so that the Sagittarius can be safe. Safety comes from within. So Sagittarius, you can't be deflecting. Sagittarius, you can't be deflecting. Don't trick yourself. You're the source. You are the safety. And as I told you earlier, see myself safe and be still, then I get to see everything else around me that is my fucking reflection. Feel like I need to be safe and go find myself in experiences to find safety in, it's your right. It's your free will to trick yourself into going on any fucking journey. Remember, Scorpio says, I need to take guidance from me. The only person that can burn me is me. Sagittarius going to look for who it needs to be safe around. It's your free will to trick yourself into thinking that anything else can make you safer than you. You don't need to be around a bunch of motherfuckers. You need to just be clear with yourself so that the motherfuckers around you don't fuck you. Sagittarius, you might have some issues during apocalypse because you are going to be exposed and visible and out here trying to find the people that look like you. You might run into a fucking chameleon like me. Because I'll see you coming. Junior Fire. I'll see you coming and I'll let you use your free will to fuck yourself by aimlessly fucking you. In more ways than one. Sorry. Alright, so from Sagittarius. See, Sagittarius went on a fucking hunt and it was your free will to trick yourself into who's going to keep your fire safe. Can't nobody keep your fire safe but you. But because Scorpio told you to go find the people that look like him or her, remember I told you Scorpio is God, who was Sagittarius looking for? God. Guess who God number 2 is in the zodiac? Capricorn. Capricorn moon. So since Sagittarius used its free will to go on a journey to find the safest person in the apocalypse, Capricorn is going to be the safest person in the apocalypse. Growth. 7. The only person that the Capricorn is going to love is itself. I'm going to tell you this shit right now. As a Capricorn moon, I'm going to tell you this shit straight up right now. Don't trust me. Don't trust the fucking Capricorn during apocalypse. Don't do it. Why? Because the only motherfucker that's important to a Capricorn, and this really should have been all signs, but this is going to be nasty apocalyptic energy. The only motherfucker that is safe in an apocalypse for Capricorn is the Capricorn its motherfucking self. I don't trust none of you motherfuckers, and I'm going to use you in accordance. So, this Capricorn here, this Capricorn energy is, yeah, I'm going to grow my tribe. I'm going to put everybody into positions of usability, but when your usability run out, you might end up on the motherfucking barbecue grill. I'm telling you straight up. Apocalypse come, find you a Capricorn, watch him, but don't trust that motherfucker. They'll keep you safe. Yes, love. Yes. Eat you before I kill you, and then kill you, and then eat you after I kill you. That's some nasty ass sex. Oh, okay. Sorry, Facebook. Don't kill this. I'm just saying. Ah. So from Capricorn you go to Aquarius. See, we sent God on a journey to find God, but when God found God, when Scorpio found Capricorn and he realized that the only person need to love with itself, then you're gonna come into Aquarius energy. But if I'm loving myself, then guess, I'll call you back in a minute. So in this analogy right here during apocalypse, the worst enemy for the Aquarius. Oh, I love y'all, but I'm in a live and my phone is going crazy. Let me hurry up. Something must have happened. So Aquarius is going to be self-sabotage. I'm an Aquarius rising. So I own it. The only person that is going to be stronger than the Aquarius is an Aquarius. The only person that's going to be harmful to the Aquarius is an Aquarius. If the Aquarius sees themselves as the ruler over all this shit, then the Aquarius is fine. But if the Aquarius is in its head about shit, the Aquarius is fucked. Why? Because you will become the reflection of the apocalypse. If you got any shortcomings going on in your head to where you got doubts and fears and shit, they're going to project into the apocalypse. So Aquarius, they're going to project into I might be a motherfucking psychic. It's me. This is my card. This is the motherfucking master manipulator. The only motherfucker that's going to manipulate an Aquarius during the apocalypse is the Aquarius itself. Why? Because what's going on in its head is going to come out through its fucking hands and in everything it touch. You'll burn everything you touch. So if I'm only burning bright, then everything I touch will be at peace. If I'm at war with myself, then everything I touch is going to end up at war with me. There's ways to look at that. As an Aquarius, you're going to have enemies. You're going to have motherfuckers who see you. If you're an Aquarius, and take this with a grain of salt, if you're an Aquarius and you're doing fine during apocalypse, they're coming after you. They're coming after you. Why? Because how is this motherfucker doing fine and I'm out here struggling? So you'll have to make sure that you manifest everything successfully, but you need to stay out of the fucking limelight. You need to make sure that you are only burning as bright as you need to be seen and not so bright till motherfuckers can't miss you. Take that with a grain of salt. Stay low. Stay low, Aquarius. Stay low so that motherfuckers don't know that you're the source of everything that's going on good. But on the other side, you have to make sure that you ain't the source of everything going on bad. And then we end up with Pisces, where shit can get you into fucking division because holy shit, maybe I can help others and we can end this apocalypse. Or maybe I can just help myself and stay hidden. See, that's the two fish. Can I help others get out of this, or should I just stay to myself? Either way it go, you're already divided in your thinking. Why? Because you've already included others into the equation. Guess who can stop the apocalypse? You. If you stop the apocalypse in your mind, and you stop the apocalypse in your mind, stop playing with yourself. No, go ahead, continue to play with yourself. But stop the apocalypse in your mind while you... God damn, girl. For real? Okay. Damn, that thing wet. Okay, if you stop the apocalypse in your mind, and everybody stop the apocalypse in their mind and their heart, then it won't manifest. You can't consciously bring shit into a collective if everybody collects themselves. Pisces, you don't have to honor a split if you stop splitting yourself. If you stop fucking splitting yourself. The first person that's going to manipulate you, Pisces, is you. If you own your magic, if you know who you are, you won't be manipulated by others. If you take responsibility for you, then the reflection component should draw in other motherfuckers who are now taking responsibility for themselves. But if you take responsibility for you and now you go try and find your tribe that you want to be responsible for you too, not going to work, player. The only person that can stop the apocalypse, the only person that can stop the rapture, and the only person who should have canceled the judgment is the individual itself. But as long as you're out here investing in systems that you think have more power than you, as you feed your power into them, elections and shit like that, you stay fucked. So again, between now and 11/7, we're in rapture mode. You need to learn to fix you because it ain't gonna show you shit. Between 11/8 and 11/13, we will be in an apocalyptic phase. You need to learn who you're embracing. And my advice is embrace you first. Why? Because source cancels everything. What's source responsibility outside of all these fucking bullshit ass astrological signs? Have less time for this shit. Timelessness. Stop making time for all these fucking divisions. Stop making time for all the shit inside of you or outside of you. If you only have time for you, then there is no time with anybody else. Stop having time for this election. Stop having time for feeding everything going on around you. Stop having time for feeding the turmoil around you, because the turmoil around you is authentically a reflection of the turmoil within you. Fix you, and there is nothing else to do. Keep trying to fix everything else around you. You got two broke motherfuckers. My battery going dead. Peace.